You're alive.
You're alive.
You're alive.
I am alive. I took a nap earlier.
I'm alive. I didn't take a nap.
Oh, poor baby. Hey, everyone. Welcome to a Cancel My Box episode something another. It's Jaclyn and I tonight. Tommy is
Under the weather.
under the weather, so we're going to do this episode. We've decided, he might be above the weather, but it's still...
The weather hasn't weathered yet.
There's some weathering involved. So.
Don't go to the grocery store.
Oh my God, that was insane. So anyway, we decided that we would take a look back at our 2024 adventures in the comic industry, I guess, per se, ish.
There's some
maybe
out of industry.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
It's all bookish.
It is all bookish. Earthquake. Sorry, that was my foot. I moved. I wiggled. Sorry. It's all fine. Will you quit with that snarl? Snarl. Scowl. That's it. Scowl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway, join us for our look back at 2024. It was a pretty good 2024, actually.
We had a good year.
There was
mostly ups. There
were some stressful times.
A few down for the counts.
Lyme disease got me pretty good, but boy, was the sleeping wonderful.
Oh, I had COVID.
You did get COVID in 2024. I got Lyme disease. You got COVID. I don't think I got COVID in 2024. Mine was just Lyme.
Just the lime with the coconut. You're fine.
I mean, I don't really want Lyme again, but boy, man, going to bed every night like at 7:30, 8, and then waking up every day.
You went to bed before 7.
Whatever. It was great, man. For someone who doesn't sleep a whole lot, man, it was great.
Sure.
Just saying.
You got lucky.
Right. I came out of it unscathed. It only lasted, what?
3 months.
3 months? Yeah. It's not bad. Some people get Lyme as forever.
Forever.
Come on, man.
You'll test positive just like Lena.
That's right. Yep, I will test positive for Lyme the rest of my life now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have Lyme. Well, yeah, I do. Maybe next time I'll get lemon.
You can make Sprite.
Woohoo! All right, anyway. So I guess we started off slow in January. I started off slow in January. So in January, the big event that we had was Midlothian, Virginia. They opened a brand new library.
Well, they reopened the branch, but it was a brand new building.
Yeah, they tore down the old branch, and it was, 8 months? Year? I don't know. It took them a good while. And they tore that down, so got to go to a ribbon cutting for that. So they cut a ribbon. It was a big ribbon. And they opened it up. So it's a nice library now, though. Well, I mean, it is. It's got nice, work areas.
I've gone to study.
The kids section there, or all ages section there, is pretty impressive.
The kids are loud.
You can go in those little rooms and lock it.
They're always booked. It's very popular.
Well, book them then. Book them, Dano. Sorry.
What?
Huh? It's a Hawaii 5-0 reference. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's old TV. It's fine. Tommy would have laughed and got it. Tess would have laughed. She wouldn't have got it, but she would have at least laughed. So.
I don't laugh at your dumb jokes if I don't get them. I don't need to give you your ego anymore.
I miss Tess. I laugh trying.
I'll go get her.
You won't. Come on. What'd you do in January? Anything?
I don't remember.
Okay. Then you're up next. What'd you do in February?
I went to Pittsburgh.
You did?
I did. I tagged along in the back seat. So, what's your name again?
My name's Philip.
Oh, so Philip and Tommy could go to Comics Pro.
Yeah. So Tommy and I spent, 4 days in Pittsburgh at the Comics Pro, which is the industry retail type summit for comic shops. So we were there. She tagged along to go hang out with her best friend. And
yeah, so I didn't go to the.
She didn't actually. They did come. They were nice enough to come pick us up one night. We went to dinner with them.
And he gave me lots of arcs.
And that is where Comics Pro in February is where Tommy and I got trapped in an elevator with a whole bunch of people. So that was entertaining.
Yep. I'm glad I wasn't there.
They did not like Tommy and I at all.
The elevator?
The elevator people. The people stuck in the elevator were Tommy and I.
I thought you made forever friends.
We did, but there was a few people in there that was not happy with the jokes that we were making. We'd be sitting there going, it was a good life.
I come to expect that from you.
Like, what are you supposed to do? You're stuck in an elevator. Panicking at this point is not going to do anything. And it was only 3 floors. Like, we were on the second floor. Like, it wasn't.
You're not going to fall to your death. You might break a femur.
It wasn't that bad. So, anyway, we did that. Hung out with a bunch of people.
What was your highlight of Comics Pro? I know you already talked about this.
Let screen die.
Okay. You killed it.
I didn't kill it. I didn't kill anything. I don't know. There's Comics Pro there's so much. Like, there's so much information at Comics Pro to get from all the retailers, all the distributors, all the publisher. Can't say there was just one thing that was a highlight, but I mean, going to Comics Pro is a highlight.
So. I know what my highlight was.
What was your highlight?
I sat on DeLuca's sofa and watched TV.
I guess the thing I remember most is getting stuck in the elevator. So that was my highlight. My highlight was getting stuck in the elevator. So good times.
Sounds about right.
Good times by all. What are you gonna do? Oh well.
Not get stuck in an elevator.
So that was pretty much February. I don't think a whole lot else was going on in February at that point. I still owned Richmond Comics at the time in February.
That's why you went to Comics Pro.
Did I?
So
actually, I went to Comics Pro with Steve too. Steve and Alex. Steve and Alex was at Comics Pro too. So I hung out with them a lot.
Our friend Steve.
Yep. And then Mark, this is just going to be a rundown list.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to? Yeah, you can ask questions later on after you watch this in a much different time period than on a Friday night.
Ask questions now.
If there's people watching. Anyway,
we're not very entertaining.
We're not very entertaining. It's fine. It's just a 2024 recap, so that way we will remember what we did in 2024 when it comes back around.
We'll remember because I wrote it down.
Yeah, you did, and now it would be on video. Anyway, March, what you got?
Well, we went to Comics Art Richmond, which was at the library.
Was that the one at the library? I don't remember. That wasn't the one at the bar, was it?
Oh, no, that was the one at the brewery.
Okay.
Tommy set up a table, and we were patrons.
For the record, I remembered something, and she did.
We went to some library shows.
We did, but we hadn't gotten there
later.
yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
Comics Art Richmond is put on by our lovely friend Skelly.
Right.
And it was at
It was at a brewery.
Brewery in Richmond.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Indie artists, zines. Yeah, Tommy set up a table and we just went and shopped. And it was pouring rain.
It was pouring rain. Yep.
And the pizza smelled really good.
Talked to quite a few people there that I knew. Saw some people there that I haven't seen in years, like Chris Hope. I hadn't seen him in years. He used to work at Richmond Comics back in the day. And so talked to a bunch of those people there, but that was fun. We like going to like a bunch of the indie stuff. Mm-hmm. It's fun there. And then we went to GalaxyCon Richmond. I have nothing bad to say about GalaxyCon.
It's not for me.
It's just not for me. And I keep going and I keep saying the same thing. Like, people love it. It's a great thing. I'm glad it is in Richmond. I'm glad it brings people in. I am just not a person that wants to wait in line to go get autographs from people who's been on TV or TV shows, a voice actor, walking past them and going, hey, look, that so-and-so is cool. But it's just not my thing.
It is overwhelming.
Yeah, it is very overwhelming. It seems like for me, it's just a lot of people in that small Richmond
and it's a
space.
lot of merchandise.
Right. And I am a comic and book person. And so that's kind of what I want to see. And it's GalaxyCon is minimal to that. They don't really do that a whole lot. But once again, I am happy.
It's called GalaxyCon,
That's
not
right.
Comic-Con.
That's correct. I'm happy to support them. I've always supported them as the owner, as a owner of Richmond Comics. I appreciate everything they do. It is just not my thing. And then I got to go see. We went to see, but my favorite band is a cover band, First to 11. So
you were gonna just pretend like I didn't go with
you
you?
were there, but you went because of me.
I wonder why.
All the monsters come out at night. Poor people watching this, like, what the hell are they talking about?
Doesn't matter.
So anyway, I got to go see First to 11. They're out of Erie, Pennsylvania, not Erie, Indiana. That's a different show. They're out of Erie, Pennsylvania. They came. We went. We saw
the Canal Club.
It was fun. I'd never been to Canal Club.
We were
before.
Downstairs.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, I'd never been to Canal Club before, so it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. The Canal Club people were very, very nice. First to 11 was very, very nice. Even Daytona Beach 2000 was very, very nice.
It's like the same band.
It's pretty funny. I still appreciate that.
Well, my highlight of March was
New York City.
Was it March?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being cold.
It was rainy, but yeah, it was March. I looked it up. We went in March.
So
which makes sense.
We went to see the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Man, is that awesome. I have never been. I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan.
I don't know if you ever knew that about him.
And I had never been to the Firehouse. As many times as we've been to New York, I never stepped foot. And this time I was like, I want to go to the Firehouse. So we got up. It was early one morning, and we walked the
3 miles.
Yeah, whatever. It was a few blocks. It was quite a few blocks from where we were staying. We like to walk everywhere to the Firehouse, and
Yep.
It was great.
And it was near the Jackie Robinson Museum, so we went in there.
We did.
We didn't go in the museum. We only went in the gift shop.
We went to the museum-ish.
Adjacent. Museum adjacent. I got a shirt. You got a shirt and a sticker.
And we did get to watch cops invade a CVS.
Oh my god, that was scary.
It was pretty entertaining.
It was Target.
Was it Target?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was next to the CVS. It was Target though. The one of the downtown Target.
Got to eat pizza, but we walked so much, and we went to so many bookstores. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I think we ended up. Did we walk to Brooklyn again and then took the train back? That's twice that we've done that. We've walked to Brooklyn. We have left Manhattan and walked to Brooklyn multiple times. We did it again, and we were worn out this time. But we found some really good places to eat. We ate in Chinatown. We were there, which I love going to New York and eating.
Well, it was the lower Chinatown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's many Chinatowns in New York, but like all the food everywhere. And then one night in New York, we went to this. It was a in the wall taco place. Like it wasn't that big. It's like not big, much bigger than.
Oh, it's like a food cart, but
it was in a wall. Like it was in the wall in a building. So there's a building, and then there's like. It was like this taco, like it really wasn't as wide.
The food is so good in New York.
It was so good, and like it was like, sure, I just give me that and doled it out. Now I did end up going to a White Castle. I did hit the White Castle, but that was like at 11:30 at night or something. Though that was late. And
I got cupcakes.
And we stood in line forever for around the block for
MoMA. So I could see my Starry Night again, but you couldn't see it. There's so many people.
So many rude people. There were so many rude people this time. I had to go sit down.
It must have been spring break or something. There was way too many people there.
I had to go sit down this time because of the people were like, come on, man.
I was standing in line to see My Starry Night, and people would just like cut in front of you and stand there.
And there would be big signs and people sitting there going, don't do that. They don't care.
So
that was March.
Is always an experience.
Yeah. New York's always fun to talk about.
When are we going back?
I don't know if it'll be March. We'll go back this year. We'll go back in 2025. I like New York.
New York City.
So I don't like people and I don't really like large crowds, but I like going to New York for like 3 or 4 days because boy, is it fun to watch.
It's a different experience because you're not in your car.
It is. Just right. The train is also entertaining. We get to see someone thrown off the train too.
I don't remember that.
Remember them stopping the train at the stop and saying...
Oh, the actual train, not the subway.
Train. No, the actual train from the Amtrak from New York back to Richmond.
We had a delay.
We watched somebody get thrown off the train.
Oh my goodness.
It's always so much fun. That trip is always so much fun. That's why we talk. Sorry, this is half of our content tonight.
DC, when we were switching engines or something.
It was when we left New York. We stopped at a stop we wasn't supposed to, and they said,
"Oh."
It was fun. All right. Anyway, enough in New York. We'll go back again. Anyway, now we're back to April. This is up you. You're all April.
My favorite holiday in April is Independent Bookstore Day, and for some reason, Richmond Comics doesn't celebrate it because we're not in the.
We're kind of comic shops aren't really allowed to. It's a really weird thing.
You have to join the association, like Comics Pro, but for bookstores. But anyways.
And you have to do certain, like, it's really weird.
Anyways.
Anywho.
All the Richmond bookstores do a crawl each year, and I love participating. So much fun to go to all the stores and get my stamp on my passport. So that was the highlight of my month.
So basically, and is this the one? This is the one where you don't have to do it all in the one day, though, right? You have a week. Yeah, you have a week to do it. So we hit all the downtown bookstores, Fountain. Name them. Name the bookstores. Fountain.
Book
Bar.
Shelf Life. Okay. GDB.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's not right. There's 4 letters.
And then GDB. Resist in Petersburg.
And oh my gosh. The Little Bookshop in Chesterfield. The Midlow Book Exchange is in Chesterfield.
Right.
And Book People.
There we go. Book People. Yeah. So we hit all of those. She hits a couple of them before the day because where we live and all those, there's no way for us to do it in a day. Like you would just be running in and out because she also shops. So, but it's fun. It's fun to support.
I have to get at least one book from each store.
So it's fun to support all the local bookstores around here, and we try to do our best to do that. We support a lot. I mean, it's the same way when we go to New York, we support the book. We support bookstores whenever we travel somewhere.
Not just when we travel.
Well, all the time, right? But yeah, and being in Richmond a lot, there's a lot of good bookstores. So, and then May was Free Comic Book Day.
Really?
Yep.
When was that?
May 6th?
No, May the 5th, because the Star Wars Day was.
It was the same day. Yeah. May the 5th. Yep. Right.
4th. Sorry, May the 4th.
Whatever.
I don't watch Star Wars.
It was a day.
4th. May the 4th be with you.
Come on, man.
I was asking when it was because you're supposed to say it's the first Saturday in May.
Oh, I don't know. How am I supposed to know that's the way you were called? It is. It's the first Saturday in May. There you go.
It's a national holiday.
It is. So, and
we didn't have any fun, girl, so we didn't get in trouble.
Yeah. We never got in trouble anyway because we knew we could read a book. Anyway, I love Free Comic Book Day. It's always a good day for people to come out and support stores. But I get to talk to everyone. Everyone shows up. Always have a good time handing out the books to everyone.
He did less working this year.
I did do. I mean, I gave out the books for it was a lot of people this year. We had people wrapped around the corner of the shop all the way to the back. And then I gave out books for about we opened at 11. I think I quit handing out books around 1. So about the first 3 hours, I handed out books. You handed out books for about the first hour and a half.
I think you have that reversed. You left me.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. You did.
You abandoned me to go take care of the doggies at some point.
Not right away.
So anyway, but it was my last free comic book day as an owner of a comic shop. So that's pretty much when.
You knew.
At that point, I hadn't figured out what was going to happen to the store. I just knew it was going to be my last one as an owner. Something
lovely foreshadowing there.
Something was going to happen. I'd done every free comic book day but one since it started. I'd given out books at Richmond Comics. I'd been working at Richmond Comics since '93. So it's been 31 years, 32 years. I've owned it for a long time. It was a lot. So anyway, yeah, it's good times. Always have a good time at Free Comic Book Day. Our vendors are always great. 90% of our vendors are friends, which make it even better. So just kind of hanging out and talking with them, and everyone's coming out. It's always a good time. If you have a free comic book day, if you have a shop that does free comic book day near you, you should go support them in May, because most shops do a pretty big event, and it's definitely worth it. So in your area,
coming near you.
And actually, the if you go out now, if you're watching this now in January 3rd ish, stores are getting ready to start ordering their books for Free Comic Book Day. So you should go take a look at what's out there, and if there's anything specific you want, you should probably tell your local store to order it for you. So, because
do all stores do that?
All stores do what?
Special order Free Comic Book Day books?
Not necessarily, but I mean, most of them may, depending, or at least they'll give them a better idea. A whole nother videos will probably need to be done on this, but like Free Comic Book Day is not free to the bookstores or anyone else. It's those books are free to the people that are coming in, which is why stores limit them and all that. But comic book stores pay for those books. It's just a different discount level, as everyone takes a percentage of the hit of how those books are. So no one really makes any money on it. And so if there's stuff that you want, that's why if you go to a certain store and you're like, hey, do you have this free comic book? And they go like, well, no. It's mainly because they didn't buy it because the cost may have been too high. But if someone wants it and they know, they may. Doesn't hurt.
May.
I said May.
First Saturday in May.
That's right. May.
June. My favorite con. Heroes Con. We already did a full video on that.
Yeah, we did. But Heroes Con is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's usually in June. I think it's in June again in 2025. If it's my favorite Comic-Con, it is almost all books. I'll go as high as 90%, 94% books. Like, it's a pretty high number of it being all books.
Or book creators.
Right. Book based. And so I love that con. And we go for 3 days, and we get to talk to a lot of our friends there too. We have a lot, once again, owning a store, we have a lot of friends that are creators.
You have a lot of friends.
I guess I do. But we have a lot of friends, so we get to go hang out with them and talk to them and at the show.
He talks. I don't.
You talk. It just depends who it is.
Who did I talk to?
Jared.
Oh.
You talked to a bunch of people this year. Went to panels. Come on, man.
Did I go to a Heroes Con panel?
I think so. Wow. Maybe not. Okay.
Watch that video if you want to know.
Yeah, we had to, because isn't that where we went the panel with Jarrett and Sarah?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. You're right.
Once again, that's twice, people. That's twice on this video that I have remembered something that she had no idea. So when next time you hear about how I don't remember anything and she does, remember this. Yeah, went to a lot of panels. Got it. Yeah. A lot of good people at Heroes Con. It's a lot of fun. If you can go on Friday, you can talk to the people a lot more, but it's a lot of fun there. So, but then we went to
RippleCon. That one
is the library.
Was at the Richmond Library. And did you know, trivia question, what Ripple stands for?
What? What does Ripple stand for?
Richmond Public Library.
And what is their mascot?
An otter.
Actually, that's a really it's actually a really good show. Richmond City Library does a great job of hosting it. It's a free event. We set up there last year as Richmond Comics, mainly as we didn't really try to sell a whole lot. We just basically tried to promote books, promote the shop some, and everything else. But that's a really good show. My understanding is they're going to keep doing it. So
that's the second year.
Yep.
That I know of.
So they do that in June. So that's a lot of fun. Also this year in June we didn't go to, but we had the Cosplay World that's run locally in Richmond. That's getting to be pretty large. It happened to be the same weekend as Heroes Con, so we would have gone, but it was the same weekend as Heroes Con. So
yeah, sorry, Heroes takes precedence.
The Heroes takes, yeah, but Jason's putting on a good show there. So, and then also in June was Richmond Comics had its 37th anniversary.
We had an anniversary sale. We did the calendar.
We did the calendar thing this year. Yep. That was a new thing for us to try this year. So at Richmond Comics was our 37th anniversary. So in June we did, each day was a different sale. So you would come in. Sale. So that was a lot of fun. Hey, 37 years. Look at that.
In July, this show began. Not with me. I'm not supposed to be here.
I think Tommy and I filmed.
I'm boring.
Tommy and I filmed the first episode of Cancel My Box
in July. Well, y'all didn't put it out till September.
We didn't put it out till September, but we started filming and getting everything together in July, so we would have some shows built up, and we did. There was just some things that happened near the end of the year, which we'll talk about, that kind of pushed us back. And then once again, Tommy's a little bit under the weather tonight, so
life be lifing.
So I'm sure Tommy and I will do another like 2024 wrap up, but it will be more bookish and music and everything else related. But this was kind of our adventures. And
speaking of adventures, we got free tickets to GalaxyCon Raleigh, so we were like, let's go and see if it's any better than GalaxyCon Richmond. News flash.
It's still exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
We had a really good trip.
Yeah, we did.
Otherwise.
Yeah. I like Raleigh. We've been to Raleigh many times doing marathons and half marathons. So we like Raleigh in itself. And so we were like, hey, let's go. Once again, the people who run GalaxyCon and everything, great people. We love them.
I don't love them.
Yes, we do. It's once again, we're like, okay, we're going to go to GalaxyCon Raleigh down in their convention center and see how it's laid out and everything. And it was pretty much the same as Richmond.
Oh my gosh. The indie room was herding cattle.
Right. So
I got overstimulated within an hour, and then we left within 2 probably.
Yeah.
But I got to meet my friend Janine, so
we did.
Worth it.
Yep. So, but once again, if you enjoy like knickknacks and
paddywhacks,
like stickers and keychains, and you want to get autographs and meet all these people, voice actors. It is absolutely 100% the con for you.
Not for me.
It is. You probably won't find much better than what GalaxyCon puts on. Once again, it's the number. You know, there's not a whole lot of booksellers there and stuff like that, and that's what I'm really more interested in. So I'm just being honest.
Creators,
right?
And there are creators at GalaxyCon, but they're not the ones that I read, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
Nick Justice was there.
Right. So we talked to Nick for a while. We talked to Jason for a while.
Oh, Cosplay World Jason.
Yep. Cosplay World Jason was there. So we talked to him for a while. So there was people we talked to and all that, but it's just not as many and not as many like booksellers and stuff. Some creators and things like that. But
yep.
So
we
that
went
was
to a few
July.
indie bookstores in Raleigh.
We did
I
actually.
really like the one with the tree.
Which one was that?
I don't know. Why did you think I said it? The one with the tree.
Was that in Raleigh?
Mm-hmm. Near where we stayed. Oh.
We went to one in Tree when we went on vacation the year before. We went to Asheville.
This one also had a tree, I think.
Oh, I just remember.
It might have been a paper tree instead of a real tree.
Okay. The one I
might be misremembering because that does happen.
Yes.
I'm tired.
It
is past my bedtime.
We only hit a couple of bookstores when we went to Raleigh, and I mean, a couple of them they were cute, but not like what you're thinking. Anyway, August. Let's go to August. August is you again.
Well,
just so you know, Tess hates August. Mainly because it's my birthday month, so she hates me. So it just all goes in there. So I don't know.
Well, August was Romance Bookstore Day or Bookstore Romance Day. Whichever. Similar situation to Independent Bookstore Day, but I didn't do the crawl this year. I just went to Fountain, I think. Last year is when I did them all and got
you won the basket.
I won the giveaway basket.
You won the giveaway in 2023.
Yeah. Will you stop punching me?
So, yeah, not a whole lot went on in August. We only went to the one store?
I think so.
Wow. Interesting.
We did something for your birthday. I got COVID.
Oh, that's right. You got COVID for my birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were supposed to go out to dinner for my birthday, and then she decided to get sick, so I couldn't enjoy myself.
Oopsie.
Once again, everyone conspires to ruin my birthday.
You hate your birthday. Why are you acting like you care now? Go over and pout.
I got sick on my birthday.
But guess what we did for my birthday?
What did we do for your birthday, dear?
We went to SPX.
We did. Small Press Expo in Bethesda, Maryland.
We did a video about that too.
Yep. So, and that's a 2-day small event, but boy, do they have some, if you're really into all ages and young adult
and
indie stuff, I love Small Press Expo. It is really, really a lot of fun.
I got to meet Tilly Walden.
You did. She was great.
I love her so much.
Didn't she sign something?
I bought oh my gosh, what is her wife's name?
I don't remember.
I bought a piece of art that her wife had done, and I can't think of her name.
It was a print. We bought prints. So
and
2 of the prints was by
her
Tilly.
Her wife was not at the table, so I said, "Can you sign it for me?" As her. It was funny.
It was.
It was really funny. It'll come to me later. She has her own book too, and they wrote a kids' book together. You Googling it?
Yeah, I'm trying.
You're doing a really slow job.
Well, just keep talking.
I'm not good at this. I went to a panel for queer sports and graphic novels. Emma
Hunsinger?
Yeah, Emma Hunsinger. She forged her signature.
She did.
Big secret.
It was great. And Tilly enjoyed it too, actually, which was funny.
So the panel was Tilly and Ngozi and...
I don't think I went to the panel with you this year.
No, just Maddie. Yeah. It was 4 people. OMG. Why is it so hard? But I went for Ngozi and Tilly, let's be real.
Right.
Coco.
Oh, Coco. Oh
was delightful.
Go back and watch that video.
Jonah.
If you go back and watch our SPX video, you'll find out that Coco became one of my favorite people ever. She was wonderful. I gushed over her. She was so excited
to be there.
To
talk about her book. Her book is delightful too.
Yeah. So it's always wonderful to talk to people like that.
Yeah, we always meet some new people. I love it so much.
So we will be back at SBX in 2025 as always. We'll always do Heroes Con. We'll always do SBX.
Yeah, and sometimes SPX falls on the same weekend as Baltimore, but Baltimore is inferior to SPX in my opinion.
It's just a different show. It's just a different show. Baltimore is probably my second favorite Comic-Con. We didn't make it to Baltimore in 2024. Our good friend from Pittsburgh, DeLuca, came down and visited us. In September. So that was actually more important.
Very.
So I'd rather stay and hung out with her than go to Baltimore.
We had our fall festival at the store
at Richmond Comics,
and Philip announced that he was selling.
September is when I guess officially sold Richmond Comics. September 30th was my last day of owning, and the new owners took over October 1st.
Yep.
Which is
our friend Steve.
So aforementioned Steve and Alex.
Steve is great.
Yep. So Steve owns Alpha Comics and now owns Richmond Comics, and Alex is his daughter. And so she owns Alpha Comics and runs Alpha Comics, and now owns Richmond Comics and runs Richmond Comics.
Wow.
And
really?
I still go and annoy them though.
All the time. I just give them hugs.
I just annoy. It's what I do.
I mean, you are annoying.
I am annoying. Yes, I do what I can do.
That's what I told Dante today. Or not Dante, Dante's brother. I don't know.
Anyway. So, that was the big thing. That was the big thing in September.
September was a great month.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me. So
minus having COVID.
Well, minus you. That was in August when you had COVID.
I got it on the 30th.
It's true. Anyway, so selling RCX was big. I still go there every week. They're still put up with me. So I go there, but now I don't have to do anything. I mean, I still go and help people. Like I worked last Saturday.
Tess yells at him all the time for helping people.
Tess yells at me all the time. She says she's going to kick me out one day.
One day you're going to be banned.
Speaking of banned.
Oh, so
now we're in October.
We got to visit the bandwagon, and the bandwagon is literally a bookmobile that gives you a free banned book. And it was
goes around the country.
Yeah. So Fountain Bookstore sponsored a day, and we got to get a free banned book.
Yeah. Is it put on by Penguin?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's also sponsored by Penguin, right? Penguin. Yeah.
Yep. So, but it was near or Fountain is.
Yeah, it was in downtown Richmond near where Fountain Bookstore is, but we got to go there. It was actually a really good line, a pretty good setup. It was like 10 different books. So basically you would go in line,
pick one.
You get a ticket, and then you can go up and pick one of 10 different books that they would give you that. And like I said, that was pretty cool.
I think I got the Ruby Bridges book. And you got Tom Sawyer.
I did. I got Tom Sawyer or something. Yeah.
Or
I can't
Huck
remember.
Finn, one of those.
It was some of those. But that was fun. I mean, it was a good, interesting thing to do.
Yeah. So. And Zine Fest was at the Richmond Library.
Right.
And that was a lot of fun. That was really similar to Comics Art Richmond.
Right.
I noticed at Zine Fest there was a lot of people from out of state. It was a really big showing of people. So you got to meet lots of creators, bought lots of zines.
Yeah, there was a lot of people from outside of Richmond and out of the state that showed up there.
Deal.
It was a big deal. I talked to Chris Pitzer a lot. Chris Pitzer was set up.
That's where you stayed most of the day.
I talked to Chris a lot.
Yeah.
So, but we talked to a lot of people a lot. So, but
again,
I talk. That's what I do. I can talk comics all the time.
That's why you created this podcast.
I can talk all the time. So, and I bought some stuff for Pitzer. Pitzer's selling some of his older stuff as technically the former publisher of Ad House, because Ad House no longer exists.
So sad.
Yeah. But Chris is also a great guy if you ever get to talk to him. If you ever go and you can have conversation with him, he knows a lot.
If you want to talk about indie comics, he's your guy.
Or any zine stuff. Yeah, he's great to talk to. So then in November. Hey, November.
We went to Pittsburgh for Thanksgiving.
We did.
And Philip was tired of sitting in the house watching Hallmark movies, so he went on a comic shop crawl.
I did. So I hit a few.
In a way.
I did. I hit a few comic shops up in Pittsburgh. It was
outside of the city.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 outside of the city. One of them was Attic.
Phantom in the Attic.
Yeah, Phantom. Yeah. Anyway,
Phantom of the Attic.
Phantom of the Attic. Maybe Phantom of the Attic. I went to outside of Pittsburgh, and it was a nice little store. It was apt name because it was in a small little shopping strip where you had stores, but they were actually in the attic of the shopping strip. So I took you there, right?
Yeah. Your second time.
Yeah. So I went there.
You bought me Queen of Country.
Gotcha. And talked to the owner there for a while, and people there were great. Had a nice store, had a good selection of all ages, young adult and comics and graphic novels. So that was fun.
Yeah, the other one we went to did not have any all ages.
And then we went to what Dimensions? What's Todd Destroying? Anyway, do you remember what that was called? It was huge. It was
New Dimensions.
Well, yeah, it was New Dimensions. They have
like 4 places in a
mall. Imagine being in a mall and then having 4 storefronts in a mall. Like their dollar comic room
was a whole store.
Was like 4,000 square feet, or it might have been even more than that. I'm just guessing based on what Richmond Comics is. It was huge. Like their dollar book room was larger than Richmond Comics. And then they had a main facility, which was huge.
And they had a gaming room.
And then they had a gaming room, which was, I mean, it was,
so
it was a very,
room, the comic.
It was a very long, but they carried lots of pops, Funko Pops and toys and a bunch of stuff like that. So, but it was a lot of stuff, but that was pretty much Pittsburgh. That was a lot of fun. Traveled to Pittsburgh twice this year.
Yeah.
So, right. It was just twice.
Yeah. They went 3 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah. We saw DeLuca 3 times because she came here once, but
so. And then to end our year,
December,
we do a challenge, and he always beats me. We log our graphic novels for the year.
Yeah.
And he's beaten me every year since we've done this. So I think 2022, 2023. But I beat him in 2024.
She did. She beat me.
By like 30.
She did.
And he tried to catch me in the end because I read 2 graphic novels in December.
And I read a bunch, but you did
not catch me.
You had a big enough lead, and then we got to like the last couple of weeks of the year. I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." I had ran out of steam. I ran out of steam on. I
obviously did too. I didn't read that much in December.
Yeah, you read so much. I mean, you read 140 graphic novels, right? And that's not your books and everything you read. You just read 140 graphic novels.
Yeah, I read like 200 books.
That's like one every other day. Like, that's insane.
Maybe if I read
one every 3 days.
If I read one a day, I would knock out some of these.
Yeah, that's just still a lot considering all the books. How many books did you read last year? Altogether, how many books did you read? Counting graphic novels?
Zines and picture books.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
It was 323.
Right. So you average almost one a day.
If I take out the zines and picture books, it was 300.
Still, there's only 365 days in the year. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of books.
I like to read.
I get it,
but that's go downstairs and read another one.
I'll go downstairs and play video games. I've already knocked out 3 graphic novels this year, so I'm averaging one a day.
We're not having this discussion.
On day 3 of January, I'm averaging one a day.
He's beating me by 2. See? Tough competition here.
Oh, she even wrote it on our sheet here. You had 141, not 140. I had 110. I read 110 graphic novels this year. You read 141. Now, that doesn't count like all the other single issue comics and all the...
So when he reads enough single issues to make up a trade, he counts it. But any single issues that didn't make up a full story arc, he doesn't count it.
Right. So, yeah.
And I didn't count my zines towards that. Because he would say I was cheating.
I'm going to read this 5-page zine. It's now a graphic novel.
I mean, maybe a 16-page zine.
So.
Or any one-shot. You can count in one shot.
I count a one shot if it ends up being like
40
100
pages.
Usually it has to be closer to 100 pages before I count a one shot.
Well, like food school was only like 40 pages, but that's a flat bound book.
Yeah, I'm not. Once again, I'm not.
We're not policing this challenge.
Not policing this challenge. Is you put.
I beat him.
Sure.
Fair and square.
Didn't argue it.
End of discussion.
Did you though?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Right.
I beat you.
That
is the hill I'm going to die on.
Wow. And that made it through the year. Is that all we did in December? We didn't do anything in December?
I didn't do squat.
Wow. Work's been crazy in December. So
I started volunteering at Village Green RVA, but that's not bookish related.
Yeah. What we got going on in 2025? I'm sure we'll hit Heroes Con.
SPX.
We'll hit SPX. I'm sure there's a chance
I'm not going to Galaxy Con.
I'm sure there's a chance we'll go to New York. Just don't worry about it. I'm sure there's a chance we'll go to New York at some point. Hopefully we'll get to go on some kind of vacation this year. We didn't really go on a vacation. We did a stay.
New York.
Yeah, but it was only like for a few days. Like our main vacation was a staycation.
That is very important.
It was. That was nice though. Hung around here for a week.
I mean, I got a puppy at the end of 2023, so 2024 was the year of the puppy.
It was.
Speaking of, I miss her. I'm gonna go cuddle.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining the Hillis 2024 wrap-up. If you have any questions or want to know more about anything that we did, just leave a comment here. I will check them and get back to you and like them. Tell all your friends to like our show and say, we're the best.
And send Tommy your well wishes because I know you miss him and don't want to see my face anymore.
All right. We're out of here. Thanks again for joining us. We'll talk to you later. Bye. End the screen. End the screen. Ah.